Hello, America, United States of America. Good. Yes. Why the United States of America and also many other nations will go this year through financial fasting, let's say this, yeah. Your governments in the past has made one of the biggest social things ever, debts. And in the news, you always read the debts of the federal government. I don't know how it is, $30 trillion, whatever. And you never read about in the US, yeah, about the debts of the counties or of the states. Many years ago, the debts of entire America, the counties, the states, and the federal government were so big, it was bigger than the rest, all other nations together. I repeat, the depth a few years ago, maybe it's still like this. It was bigger than the world gross domestic product, and it was bigger than all debts of all other nations together. One nation has more debts than all other nations together, and there were big nations in this at this times with big economies. Japan, China was already big enough. Germany, a lot of nations. Good. Maybe this is still a thing. And why do we may have make an effort to reduce the belly fat, yeah, the belly fat of debt? Yeah? This is because when a government pays more for interest, then it's an income that this government is already bankrupt. If you pay only for the interest more than what is your income is, you are 100% bankrupt. Also, as a civil person, as a company, 100% mathematically bankrupt. And we are on the brink to get there very fast. Yeah? The German government has spent much less during the Cold War. Germany was a very, very rich nation, then adopted communist Germany, the East Germany, and they accepted all the debts from East Germany and brought it back to the Soviet Union, to whoever, and to Japan, to America, whatever. And this was a disaster for Germany, yeah? But they still could recover more or less. And now they made in the constitution a law that they have cannot make too many debts, Schuldenbremse, a break of the new debts, you call it, like a break in the car. And we need this, yeah. We need something like the Switzerland, yeah. They have reduced the debts on the gross domestic product from 70 to 50%, yeah. And if you save every year a bit of money, even if there's inflation or deflation or whatever, then imagine you have 100% of your gross domestic product as a government in plus. And there comes a war. Switzerland can conquer the entire world, theoretically, yeah? That's how it works. You can buy weapon, buy. For example, yeah, I mean, we against wars, yeah? Or yeah, this and because of that, it has reduced over the last decades. It has brought a decline in wealth, in military power, in everything in the U.S., also in Western countries. Russia is a nation that does not have so many debts. Yeah? Now with the war, that it has more than before. Yeah, of course, that's why war is a shit. Yeah? Um, Now explaining President Trump's politics. Yeah? It will be painful for a lot of people, but it is necessary. And he has a very, very ambitious goal to reduce the belly fat of debt. America's too fat, me as well. But we must reduce his debt, and maybe in 2 or 3 years he has a balanced budget. Yeah? No more new debts. Maybe they make it the end year, last 2 3 years. That's bad for the bankers and the bankers of New York, because every time they make new debts is a phrase of accountability, Buchungssatz in German, in the bank. They just create in the laptop and the computer, pop, and that's it. They create money. They have the legal right to create money. The central bank also, but the central bank can also print money. The Chase Bank or Capital One, for example, cannot print money, huh? But they create money every time. If you have $1 in your bank account in Capital One, they are allowed by law to create $40 or $100 from this $1 debts for yourself. That's what also the banks, when you make a credit, they want you to have the credit on your bank, but then you can create more of that. Like a Ponzi scheme. It's just like a snowball system. It's just, yeah. And yeah, it's a criminal system. And if all governments start to pay their debts back, to not renew back, they get in trouble, the banks. Yeah. And also as American, as a civil person, if ever also the companies. I mean, Apple was one company. I don't know if it's still current. They were so big already, and they had zero dime of debts, no one single dollar of debts. Huh? You can also make an empire without making debts, and that's healthier and wealthier. Yeah, but I'm not saying that you do not start buying houses for debts. This is one of the little situations where I say, okay, there's it's okay to make debts, yeah, but also not on 100% debt of the house. This is a disaster. I would have at least 30-40% my own money, and then the 50% can be important juridically. If you save 50% of the money and buy the house, which you have to renovate, for example, and the other 50% is debt, then from the beginning, if there's a juridical trial at the end and you get bankrupt or whatever, you can always say, I paid half of the house from the beginning. Can be very important in juridical trials. So it is going to be uncomfortable for many people. And I have to tell you, in America, we don't have the high productivity and effectiveness of Germany, because in Germany they have reduced the officialdom or civil service officialdom. There's a lot of jokes about officialdom. Yeah, people in America, many folks, even in a private organization, they think there are officials there. For explanation, in Germany, also in the US, I think it was so. Officials were folks who work in the administration for the government and the entire life could never ever be fired. This was a job for lifetime. And because of that, they abused. They were working slow. They were lazy. They were unfriendly. In the entire German administration, as far as I know, they have since many years, no single, never ever a new official, yeah, Beamtentum. Ja. Es ist eine Katastrophe, das Beamtentum. And we have here in America, believe it or not, a lot of communist and socialist structures and mentalities. Yeah, a lot of things are similar here, like in Cuba. That you go somewhere, they treat you like an animal. This reduces the productivity, the effectiveness, and the turnover of the company and the winnings of the company. Um, of course, on the other side, you work like an animal, not like in Germany or in Cuba. That's the other point. We need also to reduce the work and to increase the salary. Yeah? But this is not so easy. Yeah? And I'm working also in the background. But I want to explain pain is necessary and that we need efforts for yourself to get rid of the debt, efforts for your family, efforts for your city, your neighborhood, your city, efforts for your state, effort for your country, nation. Here in the case, US. Yeah? Um, yes. This does not mean if you need the benefits that you cancel them. If you need them to survive, you need them. You'd still take them. But what can you do? I would suggest that the government's a donation party, a donate to the government, and you can decide where the money goes. And it should all go to debts, to paying the debts back, and whatever. Yeah, I have to ask God. Yeah? But this is how Germany in World War II raised up, also because they blessed Israel and bought reparations. Israel gave them trains for free, military free, a lot of things for free, also according how they could afford. But West Germany raised up like a phoenix, and in after World War II, also Japan. Wow, these both nations they paid also reparations to China, put fabrics in China, and helped China to industrialize. Yeah? And Yeah, but I remember my province, my state, Bavaria, was a primitive agriculture state. They have no industry, little industry, nothing, and now it's number one in Germany. It's like the Texas of Germany. Yeah, they're the strongest, they're the more powerful, the most less debts per capita, the best education system because they demand more. To make efforts in life is important in every situation for your client, for your government. Ask yourself, like John F. Kennedy, what can I do for my nation? Don't ask what your nation does for you. Ask yourself, what can I do for my nation? I work here. I give my ideas can also be ideas, yeah. Not everything has to be money or labor. Can also be ideas, yeah. Good ideas how to save money and also how to counter finance, gegenfinance. I don't know how to say it in English. How to take money from this, from for example, from the military, the big thing, and to give it to that place where it's necessary. And we, yeah, gegenfinanzieren. Das ist ganz wichtig. Mal kurz nachschauen. Gegenfinanzieren. Gegenfinanzieren. Thank you, dickleo.org, your amazing page. Huh? Gegenfinanzieren. Steuersenkung gegen Winnie the Pooh. Come on, folks. Related discussion. Alles schon da gewesen. Good. Yeah, whatever. Good. This is one of the key for it is a lot of effort for the government and the population will have to tolerate the suffering to get rid of the new debts and to pay little by little the old debts. And this is a pivotal element in the financial history of a nation. Pivotal, it will change forever. And the first years are heavier. Look at Argentina; they had recovered because President Millet said, "I will make in the campaign last year. Bam, we will cut this and that and that off." Of course, not to President Trump. You cannot fire everyone because then we don't have an administration. Be wise who to fire, who not to fire. But you must also be prepared what happens if this and that agency has then 10% of the stuff or 30% of the stuff. What happens to the clients, the people that need the service? Yeah. Also, maybe we unite agencies, make one big agency with separating states. Yeah, and we put AI in the telephone that the people call first and speak with the AI, but a good AI, not a evil AI. Yeah, good. Things like that, yeah. And new people that lose their job find it in new economy. Be appreciated to live in the US. Yeah? Here it's easy to find a job compared to Europe or Japan or Japan. I don't know. In Japan, they search people. Or in China, a lot of people, youth, are unemployed. When here we also don't have enough jobs. That's clear. But here it is much easier to find a job than in Europe. Remember this. America is a very dynamic economical power, and yes, I will send emails to the White House what we have to do. Also, please, you do this as well. Contact the White House, write everything that is going wrong in your nation, even if it's a small thing in your village. Huh? They don't do this. They don't do this. He will send in a letter to the governor of your nation, and maybe he do the county. Yeah? Contact our government, tell everything what is going wrong, and also important, what how should they do that better, also how they should save money. Now I have to go, my taxi is coming. Yes, I wish you a nice Wednesday. We expect more live stream. I will be off now for 2 to 3 hours. Good.